Hello, I'm Alexis Baker, and the game today is the indie game Adapt. Adapt is another game that is currently in development. I saw the stand for this game at EGX, but unfortunately did not have the time to go and view it. This is a game where you create your own little creature to survive out in the wild. Your character you will make will have different stats depending on its limbs, mating season, and size. The total customizability stats are as follows. Habitability, which is hot, cold, humid, and dry. I have still not worked out if this has any in-game effects currently. Colours. This is a full colour wheel for the body and another one for the details, like the eyes. Then the more technical parts. Complexity, metabolism, stomach, reach, and community. Metabolism and stomach are how much you have to eat in a day and how much your stomach can store, respectively. Complexity is how much genetic variations you have, and I'm unsure if that affects your game currently. Community is the maximum sustainable adults in group, which I believe is to do with the breeding mechanic, which starts to happen in the late game. Next is the life cycle. Currently all we can do is edit the size part. The bigger the size, the bigger the stomach, but the higher the metabolism, which makes sense. Now for a little break, as we are halfway through the stats. Grab a cup of tea, unwind, and here we continue. These 5 stats are the most important in the game. Attack, defense, speed, sneak, and sense. If you have more tusks, you will have more attack. More legs or fins, more speed. Currently, I think sneak is not really implemented, or if it is, I have not come across its use yet. Reproduction is how, when, and how much your creature will reproduce. At the moment, only eggs are available. You may also choose what mating season is like for your creature. Finally, there are abilities. The main game will have special attacks and special abilities, but currently it just has what food you can eat. The builder has many features, including extra limbs, eyes, and... wait, this is footage of the popular game Spore. The builder has many features, including extra limbs, eyes, and tusks. You can become a terrifying spider creature, a cute insect thing, and something with way too many limbs. You can also place limbs in really weird positions. Building my first creature, Dave, came down to the main focus, senses. I wanted extreme senses for my creature, to sense other creatures, bugs, and fellow creatures of the same species. The next thing to do is make a nest. A nest can be placed anywhere and acts as a home and a place to... Wait a second, this is just footage of the game Spore again. A nest can be placed anywhere and acts as a home and a place to store food. Additionally, even though you can replace it with no consequences, you should defend it from other creatures wanting to feast on the tasty food. I found my first enemy pretty quickly, took a few swings at it, and then promptly ran away as it angrily chased me. I used my frills to scare them off. With my health low, I decided to eat some food to heal up. Unfortunately, I'm not an omnivore, so eating these random flowers really hurt me. Then I found another creature, tried to make friends with it, but it just took a big bite out of me. After beating up a fair bunch, I decided to give chase, but it managed to get away. I then decided to defend my nest from another monster as it skirted around the base. This world seemed to be very dangerous for my poor creature. After trying to run past this enemy, it bit me a final time, and Dave tragically died. My beloved, I made them a hideous but very large and fluffy creature. If you are bigger, you get to start with more food. I stalked a creature to devour, to make diplomatic relations with them, but unfortunately I had a massive lag spike. After that lag spike, I managed to persuade the creature to turn into a pile of meat, but as the lag was so bad, I abandoned this attempt and restarted the game. Next up, Spidertron, a horrifying creature with too many spidery stuff. Upon awakening into this cruel world, it immediately screeched to find any signals of fellow creatures. An army of evil Spidertrons will start with this initial friendship as they make happy noises to bond. All of a sudden, a third Spidertron appears, and to prove leadership to the new army, Spidertron kills it. Then, our other Spidertron friend decides that we are too aggressive and immediately betrays us, killing us and additionally crashing the game. Finally, we have Dave 3. Dave 3 is a very cute cat with many legs. Look at them go, absolutely adorable. We again found some evil creatures, but being that Dave 3 is the cutest of creatures, very quickly befriended them with food. Gifting food befriends any type of creature, no matter the hostility. Breaking news, the peace talks were a success. We now have a new friend to our glorious nation of Dave 3.
Good afternoon, we're waiting on an update on today's COVID-19 case number.
Now Dave 3 made a new friend, another cat. Listen to the adorable cat sounds. 10 out of 10. We shared food from the base, although the other friend was still nervous of me. I did make another friend, but I chirped at it so much it jumped off a cliff to escape me. The next goal was to make an egg, reproduce. So what I did was I stored as much food as possible in my nest. There is currently no tutorial, so I had absolutely no idea how to reproduce. Additionally, around day 7, there was no life around apart from me. I would go further and see a puff of smoke as a creature would load in and immediately die and turn into delicious meat. I found a new friend further away. I befriended him and made a mental note of where he was, then ran at an 89-degree angle back home. Now for some more time skips. The horizon was now barren for all my eyes to see. I found a crush and a label told me that I could attempt to breed with them. After intense spamming of the button, my crush straight up died. It was then I realised it was not mating season. I then made some new allies, but I had no idea how to turn them into fully fledged crushes or people I could mate with, and then soon they all despawned as well. Finally, after close to an hour and a half of trying to mate, I gave up. The major things I hope they are working on is either a guidebook or tutorial, and fixing the lag spikes / crashes. Additionally, I'm excited to see save games be worked on in the future. At the moment, all you can do is save the player, not the world. Overall, this game sucked me in way more than I thought it would, and I spent 3.5 hours total playing the game, which for just a demo of an indie game is pretty good. As per usual, a QR code for their Twitter and one for their Steam page. Additionally, they have a Discord server, which the link is at the bottom. All links are in the description below. Subscribe and have a great day.